So here we are. It's our first real walk out since the lockdown restrictions have been lifted. I've got my obligatory face mask on, and I have sanitised my hands. So we're going to have a walk round. We've got a kilometre that we can go, and there is a fantastic little app available for your phone, and I'll find out what it's called and I'll put the details below, and it tells you exactly 1 kilometre from where you are. So, as we understand it, the walking times for us are from 6 in the morning till 10 o'clock in the morning, and from 8 o'clock in the evening till 11 o'clock in the evening. And we decided to take our walk during the evening session. So as we walked around, the sun was going down, the horizon was looking absolutely beautiful. But it is really quite eerie walking around your town with virtually no one there, and I realise that we're in the back streets at the moment, but as we come to the main drag, I'm really not expecting to find too many other people. It's kind of eerie when you just see one isolated person out on a walk in an area that's usually teeming with life. It's going to be an awful long time before tourism comes back to Tenerife, but in the meantime we just got to make the most of what it is. It is a beautiful island, of that there is no doubt. It's unfortunate that it can't be appreciated by more people at the moment. As we reached the main road, there were a few people walking the dogs, taking advantage of the exercise period. But when I say a few people, it really was just a few people. People on the whole seem to be exercising the social distancing rules, but they are difficult to stick to when you take into account that we're such a social animal and we relish closeness. To keep your distance from someone, it is difficult. Now we decided to take a walk down Playa Chica. It's a very small beach. It's quite pebbly, quite rocky. But as you can see, it's completely beautiful. However, the beach is still closed off to the public, and it was just the sea lashing against the shore, but the sound of it was really quite comforting, albeit a little eerie. This part of Tenerife is very rugged. It's rock formations from many millennia ago when the island was formed. It's very lava based, and as you can see, the street lights starting to come into effect as the evening draws in. We took the short flight of steps that lead you to a path that goes completely around the headland. And here again, there were a few people, not many, and this is a very well used path under normal circumstances. But these are not normal circumstances. This is lockdown. But one thing that lockdown cannot do is it cannot alter the beauty of Tenerife. This evening, the sea wasn't completely calm. There was enough waves to make the rock formations look totally impressive as the waves crashed into the shore. Smell the smell of the salt as it crashed up and held in the air. It was absolutely stunning, and with no one around, you have time to appreciate it, to stand and watch all the beauty that it has to offer. Now, this was probably not the best time to film from a light aspect, but you can still appreciate how cool it is. It's just awesome. It was a cool evening. There was no need for coats. T-shirts were fine, but even so you felt a little bit of a chill on your arms as you was walking around. The feeling of that was increased a little from the sea spray that was hitting you in places. And I have to say, not having been out for such a long time, it was starting to tell on the calves of my legs. I never tire at looking at nature. It's an awesome force. I absolutely love the feeling of being on the sea's edge, looking out across the Atlantic to the horizon. Now the coastal road around the head takes you past La Pergola, which is a fantastic restaurant, but it is kind of sad to see all the windows and doors closed and barred and the terrace completely devoid of furniture. There was one place that was trying to get ready to open, but as you walk into the town of Puerto Santiago, it's devastating to see how many businesses are closed, not knowing when they're going to be able to reopen. I think it's going to be an awfully long time before things get back to normal. In fact, I don't think the old normal exists anymore. I think we have to create a new normal for ourselves. What that will look like, I have no idea. And just know that at this present moment in time, it's desolate. It's closed, it's empty, it's unnatural. So, having walked past the closed shops in Puerto Santiago, we decided to rejoin the main path that leads around the headland. It doesn't matter where you go along this path, there are always some fantastic sights to see. In the distance, the island of La Gomera was shrouded with clouds. It's a very rough and savage coastline, broken up only by the occasional beach. The natural rock pools were being battered by the waves. Not a good time to be in there swimming, I would think. As the sun went down, the mountains, Los Gigantes, were outlined perfectly against the clouds and the sky. And in the distance, there was absolutely no activity in the hotels at all. Our walk took us through the back entrance to Crab Island, and although there were a few people, it was almost completely deserted. It felt very unnatural and eerie, but as the evening came, the streetlights came more into effect, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely serene, quiet, and simply beautiful. Normally when you go for a walk, you will meet people that you know, but on this occasion, there was hardly anyone there. As we came past Tipsy Terrace, which is one of the larger venues in Los Gigantes, it was kind of sad to see no one enjoying themselves, listening to the music, eating, dining. It's just devoid. The shops that surround it are all closed. Some of them may never open again. As we approached Los Gigantes, there was hardly anyone. Venues closed off, taped off. This is the wine bar at the Harbour Club. Normally it's a flood with tables and people enjoying themselves, but now during this crisis, it's devoid of anything. The town itself looks desolate. There are no shops open, no bars open. Cars that may have been there since the beginning of the lockdown. There are of course a few lights on in the shops, but apart from that, absolutely nothing. This is Iberico's restaurant. Normally there are people dining there. The bamboo bar closed with all the chairs stacked to one side. Down the alleyway, CK's, a marvellous restaurant, out of action for the moment. The hotel in complete darkness. No clients, no tourists, no traffic. TJ's completely dead, shuttered. The lights are on in the bank, but the only thing available is the ATM. Domingo's, closed and shuttered. All of the shops were closed at this time of the evening. During the day, there are a couple of the supermarkets open for essentials. Sangria Bar is closed, as is the Green Corner. It's not very often you can see straight across the terrace from the Green Corner to Mentepaleo, and it's also sad to see one of the busiest bars in Los Gigantes, the Highland Paddy, in this state of closure. Charlie's is in complete darkness, the Bodeguita likewise, but we've come this way just to make sure that our bar is safely locked. And as we walk to the end of the passageway, for me, this was the saddest moment of all. Seeing the bar that we love, the one that thrives for us, locked and bolted, closed for business. This was about enough for me. We decided to start our journey back home. It's kind of strange to see all the bars that you use, all the cafes and restaurants that you use, closed and boarded in such a fashion. And it's kind of weird to see all the cars parked with no one using them not moving whatsoever. And so that was it. That was our walk for the evening. I do wonder what's going to become of our town. But I do know one thing. Whatever is happening to us in our lives at this present moment in time is momentary. It can't and it will not last forever. And we will get back to normal. Maybe not the normal that we've always known, but who knows? It may be a better, newer normal for all of us.